We're breaking down some of the big topics from the past few days. We're talking about Mark Cuban taking a job at Donald Trump's business skills, Reddit's rise in search rankings, OpenAI's transcription problems, and Trump's other tax proposal. So let's get into it. First up, we got Mark Cuban, the billionaire and Shark Tank personality, sharing his unfiltered thoughts about Donald Trump. In this Friday's CNN interview, Cuban didn't hold back when asked if he'd invest in Trump's ventures, like Trump-branded shoes, Bibles, crypto, or any other crap he's selling basically. His answer was simple. No, he's desperate. You only sell those things because you need the money. Let's hear him out for a moment.
Right now, he is selling tennis shoes, crypto, Bibles, watches, coins, Christmas ornaments, NFTs, pieces of his suit from when he was nearly assassinated.
Really?
Two social stocks, yeah, shreds of his suit, his book,
cologne.
his cologne. If he was on an episode of Shark Tank, would you invest in any of those?
No, because he's desperate. You only sell those things because you have to, because you need the money. And it's obvious, look, people think he's this great businessman.
So Cuban says that Trump's reputation as a great businessman is mostly hype, pointing out that Trump has faced multiple bankruptcies and lawsuits and has made some very questionable deals throughout his career. His point was clear. Trump might know real estate, but he lacks the kind of consistent success that many people assume he has. He specifically mentioned Trump University, we all remember that, right? And all those lawsuits from people who claim they were scammed. For Cuban, a real businessman who takes care of the people he works with and who made many of his employees millionaires, Trump often leaves people hanging once he's gotten what he wants out of the deal. He doesn't care for hardworking Americans, that's what Cuban says, right? On the other side, Cuban believes Harris brings a practical plan to help entrepreneurs, like improving access for small businesses, especially those owned by women and minorities. He sees her as someone who offers stability and a well thought out plan for economic growth, but that benefits everyone, not just the wealthy elite. Okay, now let's dive into what's happening with Reddit. If you've noticed that Reddit posts are coming up more often when you search on Google, you're not alone. Reddit has become a go-to place for people looking for honest, peer-driven advice, and it's actually changing how people use search. According to Reddit CEO Steve Hoffman, people are literally going to Google with the intention of ending up on Reddit. And yeah, that's true, right? That's how much trust they have in the content. So what makes Reddit so appealing? Unlike typical search results, Reddit is full of real conversations. When people discuss a topic over Reddit, you get different viewpoints, questions, and answers from people who actually know what they're talking about. Well, at least sometimes, right? Whether it's advice on relationships, product reviews, or financial tips, users trust that they're getting real, unfiltered opinion. And that's not something Google can easily replicate with just articles or short AI summaries or all the other AI slop. In fact, Google has even adjusted its algorithm to make Reddit content higher, which is pretty telling about what people want. Folks like you and me are tired of generic, cookie-cutter answers. They want real-life perspectives, and Reddit delivers that. Even with AI tools like ChatGPT becoming more popular, there's still a lot of value in reading through a genuine conversation where people are hashing things out and sharing their experiences. From the Business Insider article, while speaking at a conference this week hosted by the Wall Street Journal, a reporter said she now uses Google search mostly to get Reddit for information. Okay. Reddit CEO Steve Hoffman said her experience was not unique. People are going to Google with the intention of ending up on Reddit, Hoffman said at the conference. And I think what's happening is people know that Reddit has answers, advice, perspectives on just about whatever you're looking for. Next, let's talk about OpenAI's transcription tool, Whisper. Whisper has been getting some pretty bad press lately because of hallucinations, basically moments when it just makes stuff. This is nothing unusual for ChatGPT as well, as I'm sure you already know. On the other hand, this has some serious implications, especially since Whisper is being used to transcribe things like medical consultations and create subtitles for videos. One particularly concerning example was when Whisper added an entire sentence about a terror knife that wasn't in the original audio. From Fortune's article, Professors Alison Kunicki of Cornell University and Mona Sloan of the University of Virginia examined thousands of short snippets and determined that nearly 40% of the hallucinations were harmful or concerning because the speaker could be misinterpreted or misrepresented. In an example they uncovered, a speaker said the boy was going to, I'm not sure exactly, take the umbrella, but the transcription software added he took a big piece of a cross, a teeny small piece. I'm sure he didn't have a terror knife, so he killed a number of people. A speaker in another recording described 2 other girls and 1 lady, and Whisper invented extra commentary on race, adding 2 other girls and 1 lady which were black. In a third transcription, Whisper invented a non-existent medication called hyperactivated antibiotics. Look, these kind of mistakes could have major consequences, especially if the transcription is being used in medical or legal settings. And it is. Oh boy, over 30,000 clinicians and 40 health systems, including the Mankato Clinic in Minnesota and Children's Hospital Los Angeles, have started using a Whisper-based tool built by Nabla, which has offices in France and the US. Despite these issues, some hospitals are still using Whisper to transcribe patient-doctor conversations, and this has experts. If these transcriptions aren't accurate, it could put patients at risk, right? Researchers are calling for stricter rules about using AI like Whisper in situations where accuracy is crucial. OpenAI has said they are working on reducing these hallucinations, but until they do, many experts believe Whisper shouldn't be used in high-risk environments such as healthcare or emergency services. Interestingly, it's impossible to compare Nabla's AI-generated transcript to the original recording because Nabla's tool erases the original audio for data safety reasons. And finally, let's talk about Donald Trump's recent appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, in which Trump suggested, among many other things, getting rid of income taxes altogether and replacing them with tariffs. Basically taxes on imports, right?
Tariffs.
Did you just float out the idea of getting rid of income taxes and replacing it with tariffs?
Well, okay.
Were you serious about that?
Yeah, sure. But why not? Because ready? Our country was the richest relatively in the 1880s and 1890s.
When Rogan asked if he was serious, Trump said, yeah, sure, but why not? He argued that tariffs could make the US rich, even calling President McKinley the tariff king as a model. In his own words,
we will not allow the enemy to come in and take our jobs and take our factories and take our workers and take our families.
Unless they pay a big price. And the price is tariffs. This idea sounds pretty appealing, right? No more income taxes. Woohoo! However, economists have pointed out some big issues with this approach. Even if you slap tariffs on everything, it wouldn't generate nearly enough money to replace income taxes. Estimates say tariffs will bring in about $3.8 trillion over 10 years compared to $33 trillion that income taxes generate over the same period. That's a massive, massive gap. Plus, relying on tariffs would make a lot of everyday goods much more expensive. Electronics, clothing, and all kinds of imported products could cost significantly more, which means American consumers will end up paying the price. Analysts also warn that cutting income taxes could dramatically increase the federal deficit, forcing the government to borrow more money, which could destabilize the economy. Trump's idea certainly fits with his broader stance on trade. Punish companies that move jobs overseas and make it more appealing for them to stay in the US. However, experts warn that this kind of approach can backfire by raising production costs and limiting consumer choices. It's a bold proposal, but there are many practical reasons why it probably wouldn't work. According to Fortune, in addition to extending the tax cuts that were passed during his presidency, Trump has also teased a slew of tax eliminations, including taxes on tips, overtime pay, and social security payments, as well as exemptions for the military, veterans, and first responders. Okay, so that's our rundown. It's been a mix of business, tech, and politics, showing just how fast things are changing around us. Let us know what you think in the comments. Did anything we talked about today surprise you? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily updates. Yes, I'll be doing these videos daily. Monday through Friday, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next time.